Greetings, Neuse Little Pod listeners. This is your host, Matt Gore, reminding you to please like, follow, subscribe, and share the podcast on your available podcast apps such as Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube, iHeartRadio, and any other podcast app you can think of. Share our episodes on Facebook and let us know what you think with a comment or review. Now, please enjoy the show. Good evening and welcome to Neuse Little Podcast. This is an audio program talking about the backstage antics and stories of running a small town community theater on the banks of the Neuse River located in Smithfield, North Carolina. We lovingly refer to the old girl as the Hut. We hope you enjoy. And we wish our fellow listeners a hearty bah humbug from Neuse Little Podcast. That's right. The Christmas season has been thrust upon us. It has invaded our lives whether we want it to or not. And we're here at another Christmas here at Neuse Little Podcast. How you like that for an intro, Mita?
Okay.
All right. We'll get to our guest here in a minute. But we want to do some housework first. We got Lion in Winter auditions coming up December 18th and 19th. That's a Monday and a Tuesday. So this podcast should be up by now. So if you're listening to this, come on out and audition. 7 roles available, men and women of various ages. No kids, unfortunately, so it's 18 plus. Read from the script. It's a pretty painless process. We hope to see you there. The Charitable Sisterhood Christmas Spectacular wrapped up with rousing applause and full houses. So we appreciate those who came out and got a little bit of Christmas early this year. All right. And you know those things that everybody forces you to look at on your phone, the Spotify wrap-up list? Well, this podcast has one too. And when I was feeling a little down this morning, Mita sent it to me. And I got to say, Mita, thank you, because it actually did kind of perk me up and put me in a better mood to actually do the podcast. We're not going to do every single one of the percentages, but just some highlights from our Spotify wrap-up. So our top episode in the year of 2023, our top episode, believe it or not, was 2022 movies. The guests were Keith Davis and Abigail Jordan, and we talked about 2022 movies wrap up. That was our top rated episode, or top listened episode. It was somehow, for some reason, it was streamed 300% more than our average episode. So thank you for listening. 70% of our listeners on Spotify discovered us in 2023, and our most shared episode was The Man Who Shot Liberty Valance. So that's pretty cool. That's a little gift from the Self-Esteem Fairy, so we appreciate you listening. Oh, also, a fun fact, our podcast was listened to in 3 countries. The United States, the UK, and what was that? What was the other one, Mita?
Oh, I don't remember what it actually was. I said Sri Lanka.
Sri Lanka. Yeah, it was somebody in Sri Lanka listened to our podcast. So, thank you to Spotify for sharing that with us. We appreciate that. So, instead of paying artists what they should make for their streaming downloads, you guys have spent a lot of time on this, so we appreciate that.
I did find it amusing that 10 people were like their number one podcast. I'm like, what are you guys listening to?
Yeah, I know. It's just like, we'll take it. 10% rated us. 10% of our listeners rated us as their number
not
one.
10%. 10 people.
Okay.
We're number one, and for 10 people who listen to our podcast.
Could be one and the same, honestly.
So.
All right. Okay,
It's
so
true.
let's get to the Christmas fun. We're playing Christmas trivia. That's right. We're going to have 2 teams. I've got it all set up right here. We're going to split up into 2 teams. Just let me introduce my guest first. You've heard my illustrious producer, who will also be participating in the mayhem.
So.
And with us, we have Keith Davis.
That's me.
All right. He's going to be, him and Mita will be Team Scrooge. All right. And then we have my brother, Justin, back on the podcast.
Hi, good to be back.
And then we have the lovely Tamara, who's going to try not to fiddle with the mic stand. Justin and you are going to be Team Krampus.
Yay.
All right. You guys look excited. Are you ready?
No.
Are you mad?
I mean,
Wait, who's keeping score?
All right. So
I think Matt's the mediator.
I am the host.
Yeah.
I will not be participating in the actual guessing of the trivia. I have provided the trivia for you. So, Team Krampus and Team Scrooge, let me explain the rules, okay? We have 4 rounds, 5 questions each. These are going to be Christmas TV specials and Christmas movies. All right, after each round, we will tabulate the scores, and at the end of 4 rounds, we will have a winner. I'm going to ask the questions, and since this is an audio format and we don't want somebody slamming the table, just put your hand up, and I'll try my best to see who puts their hands up first. All right? Okay. All right. Are you guys ready to play this? Do you want to know what we're playing for?
Sure.
We are playing for the coveted
He's looking
He's
for
looking
something.
around the room.
Christmas wig. We are going to play for the coveted Christmas blonde wig. Are you guys
The
excited?
winner can take home the disembodied legs.
Yes, or yes, or one of these binders that have an old script in it. All right, guys. Round 1. Then this is going to be from Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. I tried to make it even on my selections of the movies, so one side wouldn't have an advantage of the other. Okay, so this is Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, something probably everybody's seen. So we're going to start out really easy. Remember, I'm going to ask a question. Put your hand up.
Oh my God.
Try not to knock over the mic.
Already.
Question 1. What was the name of the snowman who narrated the story?
Oh,
All right, Team Scrooge.
I'm gonna guess. Sam?
That is correct. 1 point for Team
Boring
Scrooge.
name for a snowman.
Sam the Snowman.
Yes. You know Dasher and
Samuel.
Prancer. You know the guy. Those.
Oh, I know who he is. He got the mustache.
All right.
Scary part of it is I've never seen the claymation version.
All the way through the Rankin and Bass version.
But I just saw the stage version.
Oh.
Gotcha. Question 2. Also Rudolph. Why did Hermie stand out from the other elves?
He wanted to be a dentist.
I will take that. He did not like making toys, but I'll take that. That's 1 point for Krampus.
He has a whole song about wanting to be a
He
dentist.
does.
All right.
He doesn't have a whole song
You'll
about
be
not
a
liking toys.
dentist.
Not that one.
All right. Switching to Frosty the Snowman, the classic TV special. All right. What's the name of the young girl who befriended Frosty? Yes.
Oh no. Is it Karen?
You're correct. Karen? It is Karen.
Wow.
That is correct.
Good job.
All right, this is question 4. This is also Frosty. What were Frosty's first words after coming to life? Yes, Tam.
Happy birthday.
That's correct. Into the mic. All right, and our last question from the TV special category. Please wait till the end of the question to buzz in, please.
Rude.
That was not previously discussed.
You did not say that in the rules.
You guys were
That
rushing
you
me.
repeated like 3 times.
You guys are rushing me. I'm trying to get it going here. All right. Question 5. Who kissed Lucy in the Charlie Brown Christmas special? One of the main characters kissed Lucy. Yes, Team Krampus.
Complete guess. Pigpen.
Incorrect.
Okay.
Chance to steal.
Snoopy?
That is correct.
Snoopy.
I
Oh,
trust
Snoopy always had a thing for Lucy.
Well, you
Where
told me.
did she go like,
Oh, yeah.
or something like that? Okay, so we are currently at Team Scrooge has 2 points and Team Krampus has 3. We are moving on. This is one movie. This is going to be one movie with 5 questions, and this movie is Home Alone. Question 1 from Home Alone. Where is the McAllister family planning to spend Christmas? Yes. Team Krampus.
Oh, God. Paris, France.
That's correct. All right, question 2 from Home Alone. How many siblings does Kevin have?
2.
Incorrect. Chance to steal.
That's correct.
Not according to Reader's Digest, who compiled this question and answer list.
He had his sister and his brother Buzz.
No idea.
I don't know. I'm gonna guess 10.
No, those were his cousins.
Okay. It is not 10.
Somewhere between 2 and 10.
Yeah, it has to be.
All right. I'm going to choose a different question since that one's a little misleading. The answer was actually 4. So this is going to be the second question, correct?
Wow, okay.
Second question out of
All right.
5. All right. True or false? All right.
That should be good. If you do it
True
wrong,
or
otherwise I'll look at
false? Get those hands ready. Kevin is the youngest child in his family.
False.
I need a hand, sir.
False. And I was dead
Incorrect.
wrong. He had 4 siblings.
And you're also incorrect about this.
Yeah.
That is true. He is the
Damn.
youngest. That little kid who was his younger brother in real life was actually his
Yeah.
cousin.
Is he the one that pees?
Yes.
on the
Yeah,
bed?
the one-
What is his name? Schroeder or something, or like Wimpy
yeah.
or something like that.
Wimpy.
All right. Okay.
So I'm going to
Fuller.
go out on a limb and say true
Yeah.
Yeah, for the steal.
for the steal.
I'm sorry they had to steal, so that's 1
That's
point
fair.
for Scrooge. All right. Team Scrooge at 3. Team Krampus at 4. All right. Get those hands ready. How is Kevin punished after getting to a fight with his older brother Buzz in the first Home Alone? Yes, Team Krampus.
He is forced to sleep with Fuller in the upstairs room. Because he wets the bed.
That's correct, but where is this upstairs room located?
The attic.
The attic.
That is correct. All right.
Didn't we just talk about that?
Imagine,
earlier in the
imagine
comments?
finding out that you were the punishment child.
Yeah, you're the one we make people
You're
sleep
a
with
bad
because
kid,
you
so
pee.
you have to go sit with that one.
We have to go sit with the
I
even.
do a bit of trivia. It's probably on your list, but anyway, the girlfriend, his brother's girlfriend that he makes fun of,
Yeah,
was
Buzz.
like the
Ugh.
producer's son.
Yes,
Yeah.
because they didn't
want
want to make a girl feel bad.
Yep.
Yes, that
Yep.
is- I do remember that. All right, this is the final question for Home Alone. Who does Old Man Marley reunite with at the end of the movie? Yes,
His son.
that's correct.
Somebody's been watching Home
I
Alone.
watched it yesterday.
Oh no!
Yeah, I bet you did.
Whoops. All right, so that does it for our Home Alone round. We got to move on to the next round.
Home Alone 2. Home Alone 2.
You see, here's the. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, Mita, because I was trying to be fair, and our third movie is Die Hard.
It's fine.
Don't worry, I don't watch it till Christmas Eve, so it's been almost a year
Right,
since
it's
I've
not
seen
Christmas till Hans Gruber
Hans
falls
Gruber
off the
falls.
Nakatomi Towers.
All right. All right, round 3 of our Christmas trivia game. Team Krampus is at 6 points. Team Scrooge is at 3. Our current movie
Called
is,
Shenanigans because of Home Alone.
Shenanigans.
is Die Hard, the Christmas classic Die Hard. Okay? All right, this is the first question. Throughout the series, John McClane was involved in a sometimes unstable marriage. What was Mrs. McClane's first name?
Oh.
Ah, I saw Mita's hand.
Holly.
That is correct.
What's the man's name?
John
John
McClane.
McClane.
What's the man's name? The man with the glass in his feet. What's the
His
man's
name-
name?
his
Say
name
the
is-
man that climbs through the air duct.
His name is Die Hard.
Is that one name?
We gotta see if Die Hard makes it out of Nakatomi Tower. All right, question 2. Twice in the film, Sergeant Al Powell, played by Reginald Bell Johnson, sings a Christmas-related song to himself. What is that song? Anybody? What is? Yes, you.
Oh, the weather outside is bright, and the fire is so delightful.
I need the name, please.
Let It Snow, Let It Snow, Let It Snow, which also
Alright.
plays at the end of the movie.
Okay.
Did it snow?
Yes, it,
It
did
did.
at the very
It
end.
did.
That's exciting.
Actually, it's ash from the explosion because it's in LA, and it's a whole thing.
It snows in too, though.
It does all through it. And
A
John
lot.
McClane's in a sweater for almost the entire movie.
He's out in a blizzard.
Okay.
With fire on sticks.
What is the advice given to John McClane that is the secret to flying?
Oh. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
To get your bare feet on the carpet and make fists with your toes.
Make fists with your toes.
Which, by the way, does absolutely nothing, and the filmmaker said they needed a reason for him to be barefoot.
Gotcha. No, that's what I was thinking, but then you said flying, and I was like, wait, no.
Okay. Sorry, I'm just now realizing that these are from all 3 movies, and I have to find one from actual.
You can do 1 or 2. They're both very Christmassy.
Well, just do the first one.
I've only ever seen the first one.
Okay.
I only saw it once.
This is the 4th question.
At our house?
No, at our house.
Oh, you've seen it twice then.
Listen, it was on the television, but there was no way anybody could watch it, Justin.
Why is that?
Was he talking along with it?
Imagine.
Okay, at the beginning of Die Hard 1, how long has John McClane been a cop? Whoever gets it closest. I saw Keith's hand first.
6 months.
How long has he been a
6
cop?
months? He's a detective.
They don't just hire you as a detective.
No.
No.
Yes, Justin, how long?
It's okay. I've been doing it for 11 years.
11 years is exactly right.
There you go.
Oh, that's funny.
6 months.
That's how long Holly moved away. That's what it was. That was
Sure.
confusion I was.
Okay.
She moved over to.
And he just started. Yeah, she divorced him because it's like I can't be with you. You're only a patrolman
for six months. Yeah.
You're a meter maid.
You can't be right. I need somebody who's on the beat. I need somebody. Right. All right. Okay, final question for Die Hard.
Final question for Justin.
Final question for Justin to get right. All right. What is the name of the dude who drove the limo?
Argyle.
Argyle.
That's the best character.
All right, they pretty much dominated that round. Team Krampus with 10, Team Scrooge with 14. And we've done 15 questions, so that's curious.
Give it to them.
So I'm just going to give Team Scrooge a complimentary point.
Sympathy
Good guy. All right, pause.
If they win by 1 point, I'm gonna.
This next one should be more.
Oh, here it is. This is a question that I have to ask. That I saw it and I was like, yeah, that's stupid. Okay, how many ghosts visit Scrooge?
4.
4.
4.
Yeah.
It's like if there was somebody that was like, it's 4. It's like somebody was like posting. It's like, yeah, we went to trivia night. They're like 3 ghosts. It's like they're like, no, it's 4. He said, I will die on this hill. It is 4 ghosts.
4.
Marley.
Marley is a ghost.
Yeah.
Marley, he visited Scrooge in his house.
Yeah.
The same way the other group.
Now, if it said how many spirits visited Scrooge or how many ghosts visited Scrooge on Christmas night or something, or
Yeah, 3.
maybe, but it's like
I'm sorry.
it just says how many ghosts
If it's
visited
if it's
Christmas.
Muppet
visited
Christmas
Scrooge.
Carol, it's 5.
It's 5.
Who's the 5th one?
Marley and Marley.
We have to leave that part in.
Oh, that's staying in.
So that might also be one of my favorite Christmas movies.
That is my favorite Christmas Carol.
Okay,
Yes.
gang. All right. This is the 4th round. Team Scrooge needs to get back in this. But I think they'll have an opportunity with this movie. The holiday classic, 1946, Frank Capra, Jimmy Stewart, It's a Wonderful Life. I'm going to try to make this a little bit more difficult and not do the obvious ones. All
It's been a
right.
while since I've seen it.
I've never seen it.
Never. And
Never
why?
seen it.
It actually
You
was
want-
supposed to be a summer release. It was
Yes.
never supposed to be a Christmas movie.
Really?
Yeah, and Jimmy Stewart was all messed up after coming back from the war. That's a good way of simplifying it. Jimmy Stewart retired from the Army as a general in the Air Corps, and he did several dangerous things in the war, and he was kind of messed up after coming back. I wasn't sure if he wanted to make this movie, but apparently there was some... there's a lot of really interesting stories from the set of It's a Wonderful Life that could be a movie in and of itself. So, yes, baby.
What's the director like? You're so depressed. It's so beautiful. Don't get better.
Yes. We watched Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind,
Yeah.
and Jim Carrey had
Like
an
the other
interview. And Jim Carrey's very depressed in the movie. It's like very down Jim Carrey. It's the closest he's ever done to a real drama that's been successful.
Truman Show.
Yeah, that's funny. He's still doing his Jim Carrey thing.
He is still doing some of his Jim Carrey.
He's kind of toned down, and he had just gone through a breakup, and he was meeting with the director to whether he's going to do Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind or not. And the director is this French guy, and he sees Jim Carrey and how depressed he is that he's just broken up with his girlfriend. He goes, "Oh, Jim, you are so beautiful right now. Your depression is just so beautiful. Don't get better until we make the movie, okay?" It's like, wow. This little story about how messed up Hollywood is.
Put the medication down. You don't.
No. You need to stay like this. Stay in this headspace. It's good.
Lithium, more like lithium.
Okay, so It's a Wonderful Life. 5 questions. Here's the first one. In the world where George was never born, what occupation does his wife Mary have? Yes, Tamara.
She's a librarian.
That is correct. She is a librarian.
Oh, I was gonna say mass shooter, but
You were going to be wrong. Were you really?
Potato.
I haven't seen the movie.
She was a bounty hunter.
It's one book off in the Dewey Decimal System. It's like, it's this close, man. She's
Listen,
this close.
some days it's hard out there in these days.
All right. Question 2. What does George's brother Harry become when he joins the service? Anybody? Justin, you want to take a shot at it?
a lowly shoe salesman.
No.
Is he a pilot?
I'm sorry, your team has already guessed.
No, sorry. If
Would
that's
you guys
right.
like a
Airman
chance
of
to
some
steal?
sort.
What'd you say?
This is an airman of some sort.
That's correct. I'll take that. He's a Navy pilot. All right. 1 for Team Scrooge. Second
He's
question.
really trying hard to give us points.
I haven't seen the movie.
Yeah, you're just
All right.
have some bullshit
I'm
answers.
having fun.
Listen up. This one's easier. Question 3. What event caused George to lose hearing in his left ear?
Oh. He falls through the ice when he's, and he gets an infection.
And he saves who?
Saves his brother.
Yes, that's correct.
I was gonna say his brother Airhorn.
It is 11 to
It's muscle
7.
memory at this point.
All right. Question 4. What book did George receive as a gift from Clarence the Angel? Anybody?
I got nothing.
Yes, Justin.
American Psycho.
By Bret Easton Ellis? Yes. I thought you were going to say Firestarter.
Cujo.
Mein Kampf.
Anything by Stephen King.
Take a shot at it.
The Bible.
No, it is a classic
All right.
book. Classic book of literature.
I'm gonna go with Huckleberry Finn.
Sorry, that's incorrect. It was Tom Sawyer.
Oh, dang.
I'll give you that one. All right. Huckleberry Finn.
But you better.
Just
All
a
right.
free point. It's fine.
Is it really Huckleberry?
No, it's Tom Sawyer.
Why did the hold on?
Well,
why
don't
is
you
the angel
record him
giving
saying-
out books?
What?
Why is the angel giving out books?
Don't just watch the movie.
Yeah. Why are you asking me?
Oh, divine spirit! I now know angels
If-
exist. Yeah, here's a book. Read it.
If only there was some sort of media presentation that you could go to and find out these
I know.
answers to these questions.
It's a
that you
mystery.
have.
The movie's lost to time.
It might be. Give it time.
In the universe
Probably
where
on Max.
final question for It's a Wonderful Life. In the universe where George was never born, Bedford Falls has a different name. What is it? What is it? All right, Mita.
It's Potterville or Potter
Oh,
something.
That's correct.
Yes. Yeah.
That's correct.
Yeah.
All right, it is Potterville.
Yeah.
Pottersville to be,
Pottersville.
but we'll take it.
Because
Yeah.
the old rich man makes everything bad.
Who steals
Yeah.
the money? I mean, he blatantly steals the money.
As the rich are wont to do.
Like, ballsy picks it up. They're running around going, "Where's the money from the savings and loan?" He's like,
No.
"Oh no!" And you're like, "You are a jackass."
All right. So that was 4 rounds. Let's tabulate the scores here. With the score
It's some
of
very generous scorekeeping.
Team Krampus has 12 and Team Scrooge has 9. So congratulations, Team Krampus. You've won the first inaugural Christmas Trivia
Is
Award.
that it, really?
Yeah, that's it. You want to do one more?
Yeah, let's do one more.
Okay. I was thinking about doing one more.
My movie was going to be Meet Me in St. Louis.
Okay.
I've never
Talk
seen
about
that.
why do
I've
you
seen
like
it.
Meet Me in St. Louis so much?
Because it's so good.
Why? We tried to watch it. It was very old timey.
Matt did not enjoy it.
Yeah. I'll watch it for you,
Has
babe.
a
Judy
lot.
Garland's in it, isn't she?
Why do you say it like Judy Garland?
She has a Judy Garland thing.
I love Judy Garland. Well, it's probably for me. It's probably more like that was my grandma loved Judy Garland,
Okay.
so we watched all of the movies, and that was one that we watched many times.
Oh, maybe that's why she loves it.
Crack that code. All right, our final movie for our
Say
final
something bad about
round.
it, Matt. Just say something bad.
I might have said 4 rounds in the beginning, but we're doing 5 just because we're having so much fun. The current score is Team Krampus 12, Team Scrooge 9. Our final movie is one we've all seen. It's beloved. National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. Okay. All right. We've all watched this movie, so I'm going to try to do some harder questions from the
Nancy Gibbs is at home going, "Come on, let's do this." They watch
didn't have
it
to
year
give me
round.
anything.
They watch it year round. See, it's one of my pet peeves is watching distinctly holiday things at not holiday time. So I could not do that.
Apparently, well, I watch Die Hard all the time.
That's not distinctly holiday. Like we had to fight for Die Hard to be a Christmas movie. It wasn't always. Yes, obviously. Like I can't watch It's a Wonderful Life in September.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, it's just
That's
not the
a
same.
crime.
What was
Because
it?
you're sad.
Yeah,
Like George Bailey.
yeah. I'm George Bailey. Only I jumped off that bridge.
I pushed him. Plot twist.
She was just a lowly librarian,
Yeah.
and then she sold shoes.
No, the thing is, like, they present being a librarian as the absolute worst thing.
Oh yeah,
They're
she's
like,
she's
"Where
like an
is
old
she?
maid, and she's like,
Where is
"Oh." She freaks out when he talks to her.
Where is she? What happened? It's like, oh, her fate is one worse than you could ever imagine.
What-
and then
what
she
happened?
comes out in her like cardigan and her glasses and carrying her book.
So she's a spinster.
Yeah, she's a spinster.
Oh yeah, that's the thing. She never gets married. She becomes a librarian. She's like, he comes up to her and goes, "Marion, Marion." She's like, "Ah!" And she freaks out. Like he's like,
Sprays him with mace.
She
if it
would.
was modern, it would. Yeah,
Yeah.
she'd like kick her shoe off and pop him in the forehead. But yeah,
All right. Question number 1 from National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, released in 1989.
God, I can't believe it's that old.
Yes,
I
1989.
can because the humor is very, very dated. But
Came out the same year as Die Hard.
wow.
Yeah.
And also had the same director as Home Alone until Chevy Chase pissed him off and ran him away.
That is true.
He has
Good
a
old
knack for
boy,
that.
Chevy
Yes.
Chase.
Yes, the Chevy Chase stories could fill the entire podcast. Not all of them are good. Okay, first question: which major city do the Griswolds live near? I'm surprised the hands didn't shoot up.
Chicago.
That's correct.
I was gonna guess that. But
Well done, Mita. That is correct.
Nancy's
All right.
gonna disown me because I don't know. these
Chicago was the correct answer. All right. Instead of cash, what does Clark's boss give him as a Christmas bonus? I need an exact answer. Yes.
if I remember correctly,
Into the mic.
isn't it like a coupon for a steak dinner?
That is incorrect, Mita.
Oh,
What does Clark's boss give him in lieu of a bonus as a Christmas gift?
oh no, I remember.
It's something very disappointing.
I don't remember.
What?
I really don't. Is it?
Okay.
It's a gift certificate for something. isn't
No,
it?
it is a
It's
free
a-
year's membership to the Jelly of the
Yeah.
Month Club.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
No one gets a point for that.
No.
All right, question 3.
A copy of It's a Wonderful Life on DVD.
Tom Sawyer.
Why?
It's the worst of the books. Could have at least gotten Huck Finn.
Huck Finn's
On
multiple
which
better.
day does this movie end? Justin.
It ends on Christmas Eve.
That's correct. It does end on Christmas Eve. Who tosses... that one's hard. Oh, this one's kind of difficult. Okay. Who tosses a match in the storm drain, causing an explosion? Yes, Justin.
Old man, Uncle Toupee Man.
That is
Name?
that's incredibly what they have written down here. No. What's the guy's name? This is-
George.
no, it's Uncle Lewis.
Uncle Lewis.
All right.
Why
I'm
did
gonna,
you let them guess?
I'm gonna go to another one because that was too hard.
Oh, you didn't have to give me anything, Lewis.
Is he
Damn
the
it,
one-
Bethany.
Is he the one with the hat?
He's the one with the
Is
toupee.
he the one with the hat?
He's the one with a cigar in his mouth that comes late
I've
to the
only
party.
seen it
Yeah,
once.
the one
We
where
saw
it's
it
like the
together.
bathrobe and all that.
We need to watch it.
No, that's
No,
Eddie.
Yeah, that's
That's
Eddie.
Eddie. Okay.
What does Clark forget to bring when the family goes out to cut their own Christmas tree?
The axe.
Keep going on tools
A saw?
Ladder.
to cut down
no.
He's a very strong man, Clark
This is-
Griswold.
It's a saw. Justin got it right. No, not a ladder.
But wait, how does he get the tree? Does he just
gotta
rip it out of
cut-
the ground with the car?
I don't know. It's a full tree though. Lots of sap. Lots of sap.
Little full, a lot of sap.
All right. Final question. Final question for the whole thing.
I'm trying to remember if it does have roots on it or not. I can't remember now.
It does when they pull it into the house. I think they dress it up later.
Yeah.
I just imagine Keith with a ladder whacking.
Keith, why are you chopping the top of the tree off? That's where the angel's supposed to go. Keith, sorry. Clark wears a navy blue baseball cap that represents which NFL team?
No idea.
Use context clues.
Said
The Bears.
That's correct. Tamara got a sports question right.
I'm sorry.
that's
I'm
a
so
Christmas
sorry.
miracle.
That's a Christmas freaking miracle
I
right
was going to
there.
say Chicago, so I would go with the Bears.
She got the Bears.
I didn't
It's
know
a
they were
straight
blue.
I'm a sports person now.
You are.
How many NFL name Tamara?
No, I only have the one.
Name the professional NFL team in North Carolina.
Is that the one that Travis Kelce plays for?
That is
No.
not Tamara, that's the Chiefs.
Is it the
No.
Panthers?
That's correct.
Yay.
Hey,
That's correct.
you are a sports person.
All right. So Team
Taylor
Scrooge.
Swift's boyfriend plays for Kansas
I
City.
love Taylor Swift's boyfriend. He's very sweet. I like the boyfriend's brother better, though. He's cuter. And their uniforms are prettier. They're teal.
Did you hear
They're
that, Travis
teal.
Kelce?
And they have a birdie.
That has been Tamara's Sports Corner.
And that's all you
You
need
hear
to know
that,
about
Travis
sports
Kelce?
today.
Your brother looks better than you.
All right. Now, Team Krampus won, so congratulations. You get the Christmas wig to share between you.
I want that wig.
Enjoy that. You got to
Which
split.
one? There's so many.
I think I should get 4 points.
You want
If you
the
get
mullet?
if you got 300 tickets, you can get the black one. If you got 400 tickets, you can get the one with the spider web in it. And if you got 500 tickets, you can get the one Teresa always wears.
Why do you have a Joe Dirt wig?
the Joe Dirt one?
How dare you, sir? That's our Khaleesi wig from Game of Thrones. All right. Just for fun, though. Just for fun. I want to give you the final tiebreaker question. This is
Tiebreaker. We
Even
lost
though-
by
Yeah,
5
because it was a
points.
close game.
All right. Just guess for me. Each team guesses. I want one answer from each team. Don't just shout it out.
Okay.
All right. For 1,000,000 points.
A million.
This is like the snitch in Harry Potter. This just
I know. It is. The rest of the game doesn't matter. Between 1901 and 2023, how many different Christmas Carol films
Jesus.
are there? Give me a number.
Are you counting?
I own quite a bit. I'm
He
just
remembers
gonna-
1904,
No.
Santa Claus.
There
There's
weren't
two-
movies in 1904.
Yeah, there's two
There's
silent.
been movies since the late 1890s.
There's two silent Christmas Carol movies before we get to the
Does
first
this
one.
include like television special versions or
films.
Just,
It
Just
just said
films.
films. I don't know if they were theatrically released or whatever, but it just said films.
That R-rated Hulu one doesn't count, right?
I'm sure they're counting it.
are they
Okay.
counting it?
If they're counting it, then
That's another
Does
one.
this include very special presentations of
I don't know.
episodes?
I don't know.
I doubt that.
I don't know.
That would be countless.
All right, so you got a number?
uh,
I'll let you guys think. This is good for radio.
I'm gonna. Okay. You good with me just guessing,
Just
Tamara,
random
since it's
number?
for the team?
26.
Jesus Christ. Okay. I'm gonna guess.
Sure. Why
I'm
not?
gonna guess 12.
You think
I know there's more.
since
I know there's
1901
more.
there's
Hold
only
on.
been 12 in the entire world?
26.
No. We're going off of who is closer, right?
Yes, without going over.
Without going over.
Right. Price of right rules.
That's
Okay,
right.
then 15.
Okay. 15.
30.
30.
30.
Whoever's closest without going over for 1,000,000 points. It's actually 51. Congratulations, Team Scrooge. You pulled out the
51. Okay, so they are definitely counting the TV ones.
win. I guess so.
Yeah.
One year I decided that I was going to watch every single Christmas Carol that came on, and I just recorded everything that said Christmas Carol to the DVR. And I know I didn't even scratch the surface of how many there are, but there is a lot of Christmas Carols.
Which one was the best one of the ones you saw that year?
Well, my ultimate number one version of Christmas Carol is the Muppet Christmas
Yeah.
Carol, obviously.
Right.
And then if I had to pick, I think probably the Patrick Stewart one.
So I own that. I haven't watched that one yet. We're gonna watch it this year. I've heard so many different things about that one. I've heard it's really boring. I've heard it's fantastic. So
I think it's fairly close to the original story.
I know he does his one-man show reading Christmas Carol that he's famous. Like he's really famous for doing that.
Right.
So I'm gonna want to get that wig, the white one.
The white wig?
Top.
The Bo
That's-
Peep one.
Yes,
Oh yeah,
that's
the Marie Antoinette.
There
one.
you go, sir.
that's me. Thank you very
You
much.
enjoy that? He's putting on the wig right now. Oh, let's see how it looks, Keith. Fantastic. All right.
Good.
My favorite is the Jim Carrey one.
The Jim
Jim
Carrey
Carrey one's really
because we
good.
like it. We like it because it sticks very close to the
That's true,
Yeah.
but I can't with the Uncanny Valley.
with the
It bothers me.
CGI.
Yeah.
Don't worry, we're getting Polar Express 2, and it looks even more Uncanny Valley-er.
How?
But
How?
Polar Express
How?
1 came out in 2004.
And it still looked Uncanny Valley back then, but it was great. But they've shown the poster for the new one, and like, it's scary. Like Tom
It's like
Hanks has
even
like
more
a
close
pockmarked
to.
face.
Yeah, ugh, I can't stand it.
I haven't seen it.
It's good. It's more like, man, you guys put kids in danger a lot.
That it was also a theatrical experiment.
Yeah.
Because it was really something you should take your kids in the movie theater to see because it's more of like a ride and
Yeah.
type of stuff.
Do we have time for me to do a dramatic reading of the Die Hard Christmas book?
All right, but just for shiggles, let's talk. Since we got a few minutes here.
Oh, I bought Steven that for Christmas.
It's
last
awesome.
Year. Yeah.
I read it to my kid.
Of course
Steven
you
got
do.
it with like a doll. I mean, it came with
Yeah,
an
yeah,
action
yeah.
figure or something. I don't remember.
Did you, so does it like in like 12 Nights of Christmas form or
It's
the night
like the
before
story
Christmas?
of Die Hard if it was made for children.
Oh, it's nice.
Yeah.
It's illustrated and everything.
Yep.
Yeah, that's cool.
That's sweet. So they show the guy hanging from the rafters by his neck.
Yeah, and Al Powell just like taking the 357 and blowing a hole in him. But instead of blood and guts, it's just red ornaments.
Yay! Christmas cheer.
I've got a machine gun now.
And instead of cocaine, Ellis is just throwing snowballs at the mirror laughing.
For no reason. All right. Well, we've mentioned what were some of your favorite Christmas movies that you had prepared for before I totally hijacked the podcast?
I honestly, Die Hard was number one. For personal reasons, just for I do a family tradition thing with it every year. We make wings every Christmas Eve and watch it together. But there are other films I enjoy. Night Before Christmas was actually one of my favorites.
The Halloween movie, Night Before Christmas.
Yeah, Night Before Christmas. Yeah, because like it's just like discovering whatever the next holiday is gonna be, how like wonderful it is, and like enjoying another culture, like just that in general. And I've always liked the music, and I've always liked Jack Skellington as the character himself.
I do like Nightmare Before Christmas as a look of like a descent into hell because he goes to a world where it's Christmas every day.
That is hell. Yeah, that would be my version of hell, where it would be Christmas every day. That stupid Mariah Carey song would be playing every day.
It's
It'd be
snowing every day.
Whiny children every day.
Yeah.
Anyways, Merry Christmas, folks. We hope you and yours have a great holiday season, and we are going to be coming back at you in the new year with brand new theater. Well, I'm sure it's been done somewhere else before, but anyway, it'll be new to us. As I said, I mentioned before at the top, and I'll mention it again, we have auditions for Lion in Winter coming up December 18th and 19th. That's a week from when we're recording. Hopefully we'll get this up before... That's the plan anyway. We'll get this up before those auditions.
And after that, we've got Unnecessary Farce. And after that, we have Angel Street, which is better known as Gaslight.
Gaslight, in parentheses. Just name it Gaslight, okay? So yes, that'll round out our 49th season, and we are currently in the process of choosing our 50th season. That's something that we will get into in the new year. Anything you want to add to that? Or
If you are a season member, be on the lookout for a letter and a voting postcard, and you guys get to have a say in what we're bringing back for our 50th. We've narrowed it down to 4 shows for 4 groups. We pretty much know what musical we're going to do, we think, as long as we can get the rights to it, and we have to work out with the college going out there. But we've because it's the 50th, we have 4 options for each quote unquote decade, and so everybody can vote what they want to see back again, and that's the plan. We'll see how it works out.
we'll see how it works out. I think that's a fair way of getting everybody who has a stake in Neuse Little Theater a voice. So it should be interesting.
The fun ones are the 70s and the 80s.
Yeah,
I'm
where
like,
it's-
woo, those are some oldies.
Yeah, where there's some like, well, we can't do this. We couldn't list every one on the 70s list and have you choose like, well, we can't do that one.
Well, the 80s were kind of slim pickings. There was a lot of musicals in the 80s and not a lot of straight shows, but
Yeah, and then it got a heck of a lot easier into the 2000s and
The 90s, they picked right up. We started doing 4 shows a year.
Yeah.
Because, like, in the 80s, there was a time when we were only doing 1 show a year.
Oh, wow.
Just because we didn't have the money or the backing or anything like that. So it got kind of thin. But no, once they hit about the 80s, it's like, that's when you see all the stuff you know. And so, that's good.
All right.
Well, that should be an interesting process. We'll let you know how that goes. Don't worry. We'll announce that season whenever it's ready, sometime next year, in the beginning of next year, in the first couple of months, whatever.
Fingers crossed it'll be spring.
Yeah, when it's ready. Because we want to put a lot of thought and care into our 50th season. It's going to be an exciting time for everybody around here. Thank you to Keith for coming down and being on the podcast.
No problem.
Thank you to Justin for raising your hand in the podcast, monopolizing all the time.
Absolutely.
Thank you for Tamara for actually participating in this. I didn't have to drag you kicking and screaming, so that was nice. So
Boo.
you got a sports question right.
I got
babe.
a sports question right. That's the coolest thing that's ever
So
happened
next
to
time
me.
it'll be all sports trivia.
No.
No,
That's the only one I know.
Name,
And I didn't even know. I just guessed.
name one baseball team.
Oh, come on.
Any professional baseball team.
But, buddy.
That's not the Yankees.
That's what I was going to say.
Nope.
But
Can't be the
no,
Yankees.
there's like, okay, but think of the
There's
opposite.
literally 29.
The Savannah Bananas.
No,
Those are real. They're real. They're
no,
real.
But they're not a
there's-
major
Stephanie,
league.
tell them.
They are probably a minor league team, not a major league team. Name one major league team. Any major league team.
The Braves.
The Braves?
Yes.
How dare you? They're called the Atlanta baseball team.
Wait, have they have no name?
No, they did not change the name of the Braves. I think they discontinued the Chop. But Washington,
the
who was known as the Redskins,
Redskins.
are now known as the Commanders, which is a terrible name. Whatever.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
It's an awful name.
That's an awful name. But
Yeah.
for like 2 seasons, they were known as the Washington football team. They had like on their merch and all that said Washington football team, which is how soccer teams or football teams in Europe are. They don't really have
Yeah.
team names.
No,
have
they
like,
don't have mascots.
we're
and things,
Manchester United. We are the football team of Manchester.
He knows that because we watched Ted Lasso.
Yes, we did watch Ted Lasso.
That's
and
fair.
Steven makes me watch soccer.
soccer.
Gross.
He comes in, he'll switch it over. He goes, "Isn't it beautiful? Look at that gorgeous pitch. Isn't it wonderful?" And I'm sitting there like watching soccer.
Do you change it or does it wake him up?
Usually, if I can get to the remote, I can change it. But I'm usually doing something else at the time, so I'm not really paying attention to it.
It's easy to ignore soccer. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
It's nice 'cause there's
we
no-
came back 3 hours later. It was still 1-1.
All right, we're gonna close it out there, folks. Thank you for listening to the special Christmas edition of Neuse Little Podcast. Please
Special sports
like,
edition.
yeah, the sports edition. Please like and subscribe to our podcast, and if you feel like it, leave a review. We will have our new episodes coming in probably January, February, whenever the next show goes up, and we'll talk more about The Lion in Winter as it starts the process of coming to life on our stage here at the Hut. Thank you again for our guests coming by, and for Neuse Little Podcast, I'm Mita.
And I'm Matt.
Have a week, y'all. Good night. Credits for the show. Your host and creator is Matt Gore. That's me. My producer and editor is Mita Toole.
That's me.
Music is by Cody Walker. Please go look up Cody on Cody Walker Music on YouTube, and he's also on Cody Walker Music on Facebook as well. He's local, so and he's got a couple of albums out. Easy listening, John Denver type of guitar voice. That Cody Walker. All right. Thanks for listening. We'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.